think children should never, ever, ever come into adult arguments. And I can prove that these people have this person alongside other people, but I've settled it with other people involved. I can prove that Jojo has been on my case since October 2024. Well, November, October 2024. So I can prove. Right, decision making must be explainable. Thank you, thank you. If one person decides who receives funds, when they receive them, and how much they receive. No, they won't. They won't. She is unhinged. She really, really is. Really unhinged. Don't know what's going on there. Hello, everyone. Hang on a second. Just bear with me. That person is exercising financial discretion over other people's money. Okay? Thank you, Emile. Thank you, Emily. UK law expects that such discretion can be explained, justified. Evidence. An undisclosed or arbitrary decision-making process exposes the organiser to dispute and liability. Facts. And can I just say, I don't want any hate towards Jojo. I don't want any hate towards her. I don't want anyone to go towards her and go at her. I don't want anybody to troll her. I want this situation settled. I want the truth out there. I want the truth. Because I think my children and myself deserve that truth after what you've put us through. I know, and you're all able to have your opinion. I just want people to just be mindful, if that makes sense. I don't want my community to go around and start, like really bad comments. Of course you can have your opinion. Do you know what I mean? Right, hang on a sec, let me have a sip of my drink. This is not a hate night. This is not a hate live. This is awareness. This is awareness. Just saying. This is how you do it. Thank you, Seaside. Thank you, everyone. Gifting's not an obligation, but it is very much appreciated. Eligibility criteria must be stated. If funds are described as being for those in need, the organiser must be able to explain what qualifies as need, how recipients are selected, whether the same individuals can receive repeatedly. Thank you for the heart, me Rachel. Whether exclusions exist. Without criteria, claims about fair or need-based distribution, I can't say that word. Sorry, I don't know why I can't say that word. Cannot be substantiated. So if you are saying, we're talking about Jojo Misfits, if you are saying that you are collecting money for people in your community in case it's like one big pot, this is what she used to say, I don't know if she still says it or not, it's one big pot for people who are in need within the community, right? But if you are doing that, there's certain regulations that you're doing, because that's classed as charity work. That is classed as charity work. And you need to be able to see these eligibility criteria. You need to tick these boxes. I know, I've seen it. Okay. You cannot rely on goodwill as a legal defence. I don't keep anything. It's for the community. People trust me. These are statements that do not remove legal responsibility. In the event of a complaint, dispute or investigation, the only protection is clear records, clear processes and clear disclosure. So if you are, and I don't know if Jojo is keeping record of the money that she's getting and who she gives it out to. I've got no idea. Couldn't tell you. If she is, brilliant. If she's not, then she's doing something naughty there, isn't she? I don't know if she's registered with a charity, Georgie. I honestly don't know. I couldn't tell you whether she's collected money and kept it. I do not know. All I can say is I know that she gets the money to give out to people in the community who need it. But even if you're doing that, that's still classed as a charity. Oh, can I? Oh, I'll have to have a look into that. So, I'm going to wait for it to scroll on. Oh, no, go back. I need to see that. No, go back. I need to see it. So, in short, if you collect money publicly to pass on to others, you are legally expected to show where every penny goes, explain how decisions are made, define who qualifies and why. Transparency is not a, what's that? Moral preference. Hang on. Goodbye. Oh. It is a legal safeguard for everyone involved. Yes, Gary. Hello, my lovely. Are you okay? Let me drop you the pin. Let me drop you a pin. Can everyone follow All the Drama, please? Use an FYP clip page. And without them, we would not be able to do these lives. Now, this being said, if Jojo, you have to show monies when asked. You do. You have to show that you've got receipts. I've literally only come on about 15 minutes ago. You have to show receipts. Even if you don't think that you're doing charitable work and you're not a profitable charity, you're not a non-profit, you're not this, you're not actually registered charity, you still have to be, you are legally obligated to act like you are. So I don't know, like I said before, I don't know whether she's keeping these records or not. If she is, brilliant. If she's not, then she's got some explaining to do. But yeah, let's go on to the other videos of Jojo that I want to discuss, and then we'll jump into the other drama. Okay, let's play this one. You can be a community interest group and they don't... Oh, do they not? Oh, right, okay. Thank you for that. How does she... She just collects it from a gift. So I don't know what she does after that. That's fine. So, is he okay to show receipts for KFC Ultra Minton? Is fine. I'm so confused, Gary. I don't know what you're on about, love. Yeah, gifts on TikTok. That's what she is. She gets gifted on TikTok and collects it. Why, where's that comment gone? Where's that comment gone? I need to be there. This is all true. Look up all donations, class C, and his charitable work. I've just gone off a video. Oh, you're talking about Sobriety Jack. I'm not talking about Sobriety Jack. I'm just going off a video that Bad Lies has posted regarding it. Right, so here we go. Jojo admits she has gone looking on Facebook for a stranger's child school. Thank you, D6 Club. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know. I honestly don't know. PIP is not means tested, so I don't know how that works. Thank you, Smoggy. Thank you. So, yes, Jojo admits she has gone looking on Facebook for a stranger's child's school.
That's all right by you, is it? It's all right for that to happen to your child, is it? Do you know what I said about don't bother contacting the schools or anything, or finding the school? Fucking have at it. Have at it. Because you obviously haven't learned.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I'll rewind it and I'll play it again. And again, I want to encourage people to have their own opinions, okay? But can we please keep it respectful? I don't want any hate towards people. Even Jojo. I don't want any hate towards anybody.
That's all right by you, is it? It's all right for that to happen to your child, is it? Do you know what I said about don't bother contacting the schools or anything, or finding the school? Fucking have at it. Have at it.
Only half the story. Do you really need any of the other story, Amy L? Do you really need the other half of the story? Do you really condone a fully grown woman looking for child school and telling a community to do it? Really? When she doesn't know there could be PDFs in her community? In plain sight?
Because you obviously haven't learned.
Oh, right. So, basically, here she's referring to the woman who was in Alphaba's live. And, hello, I hope you're okay. You're doing an awareness on anyone who's going to entice some heat on it. Well, that's up to her actions. This is her own actions. Her own actions, her own words are coming out of her mouth. So, she's talking and referring to a woman who was in Alphaba's box who wanted to, I believe it was something to do with getting her child to talk to Alphaba and picking a song for Alphaba. And apparently this woman has already had people taking pictures of her child off her Facebook. Now, where I understand and where I agree with Jojo, I understand making the awareness about people not putting pictures of the kids on Facebook and stuff like that. I understand that. But I think actually actively going to the lengths of searching on people's Facebooks and scrolling through people's photographs to find somebody's child's school. That's too far. That is too far. Let me play it again.
That's all right by you, is it? It's all right for that to happen to your child, is it?
People can support who they want, guys. Please don't go at each other. We can support who we want.
Do you know what I said about don't bother contacting the schools or anything, or finding the school? Fucking have at it. Have at it. Because you obviously haven't learned.
Sick.
Good evening. Seriously.
Yeah, have at it means go for it. That's her putting the thumbs up. Hi, Andrea. Let me mod you up because I said I was going to... if I can mod you up, let me see. Have at it means go at it. Have at it means go and find the school. But she wanted to teach this woman a lesson, right? But I think when you're trying to teach somebody a lesson, there's certain lines that you don't need to cross. This is not the first time she's done this.
I wasn't coming live tonight.
Thank you.
I wasn't coming live. I was having a night off.
Andrea, you should be mod now, love.
But then I got sent the clip where you called your daughter. And then I found your Facebook page.
It's called safeguard. No, it's not safeguarding, Tubes. That's not safeguarding. Because somebody has got pictures on their Facebook of their child and has them in a box, that's not safeguarding. It is not safeguarding what she did to me either.
Within 3 minutes.
How does she know, like literally, how does she know that when she said go have at it, that she's not got PDFs in her chat? That she's not got PDFs in her room? Does she vet? Does she vet everybody that comes into her room? Does she look up the background?
Coming live tonight. I wasn't coming live. I was having a night off. But then I got sent the clip where you called your daughter.
No, she shouldn't. But that's not safeguarding issue.
I found your Facebook page within 3 minutes. And I'm 54. I'm not tech savvy at all. Not in the slightest.
No, but you know people who are. That's the issue, isn't it, Jojo? Right, so that's that video to do with the situation. I'm going to play a video that's from May last year, okay? And I've clipped the things that need to be said and heard, okay? If you want to see the original, it's on Jojo's page. 25th, I think, what was it? May 2025, last year. So this is Jojo. Jojo admits to calling social services on me in May 2025. Well, this is when she admits it. It happened in like January 2025. Claims she safeguarded my children.
I want you to look after your kids. I want you to protect your kids. The fact that there's been no further action doesn't mean what you think it means.
I had one phone call.
It means...
I had one phone call with social services. That was the initial phone call. Nothing else. Nothing else. They told me it was malicious.
That they're going to not take any action. But I tell you what, Scouse, you do anything again, and I promise you they will. Because you're on their radar now. So, instead of saying, I want to thank those people who safeguarded my children.
I've got nothing to thank you for.
When I was spiralling.
I've got nothing to thank you for. You traumatised myself and my children. My children were none the wiser of what was said that day. None the wiser that anything had happened on a live stream until they got pulled out of their lessons to get spoken to. You did that damage because you emailed the school. So in January, I said something rather disgusting, right? And on the screen recordings, you can hear little voices in the background, right? They were shouting, they were downstairs, they were playing, they weren't in the vicinity, but this person and other people thought that it would be acceptable to run with the fact that they were definitely in the room and to call social services. This person took it a step further, got somebody who was still friends on my Facebook to go through my pictures to find, no, this was last year, go through my pictures to find a picture of my child in their uniform so she could find the school out and she could contact the school. And say in the email, I'm apparently teaching my children how to be transphobic and homophobic. Now, I'm never going to be able to find out for definite who's on that email, but every single piece of evidence so far that I've got is pointing to her. Maybe the best thing you could do as a mum. No. Lily, no, what? Just because I'm a mum, why should I come offline? No, not how it works. Let me carry on playing it. And can I just say before I carry on playing this video, this woman, hiya brave and kind heart, this woman claims herself to be high morals, big on mental health, right? Did any of them reach out to me when, quite clearly in a minute you're going to hear a bit talking about me spiralling in 2024? Did any of them reach out to me? Did anybody think, hang on a second, Scouse is acting out of character, Scouse needs help? No. Because they're fake as fuck. They like to do things and claim that it's safeguarding, but it's not. It's malicious. It's nasty. Accountability needs to be had. Listen to the rest of this video, guys.
I want you to look after your kids. I want you to protect your kids. The fact that there's been no further action doesn't mean what you think it means. It means that they're going to not take any action, but I tell you what, Scouse, you do anything again, and I promise you they will, because you're on their radar now. So instead of saying, I want to thank those people who safeguarded my children at a time when I was spiralling, your words.
Exactly, I was spiralling. Okay? I was spiralling. I was in a really, really bad place at the time. Not an excuse, not a reason for what I said. Right? But I was spiralling. Do you know why I was spiralling? Because we'd had a lot of trauma in 2024. A lot of trauma, a lot of loss, and a lot of things that I did not know how to deal with correctly. Right? And this woman at some point was my friend. So because I was spiralling and because I had said something that was disgusting and out of turn, they took it upon themselves to be the martyr and be the hero and report and try and safeguard my children. When there was no need to safeguard my children were perfectly safe. They weren't aware of the situation until they were pulled out of class and spoken to. Because I know exactly who the person was who got the information of the school off my Facebook. There was only one person that was left on that Facebook that could have done it. And I couldn't speak out at the time. I could not speak out last year properly regarding this because every time I tried to, I was knocked back down. I wasn't listened to, and nobody would believe me. I wouldn't be listened to. The only people who would listen to me were the people who were around. And then I've had to prove myself, rightly so, prove myself that I've changed to people. And then I've had people coming back to me, seeing the change. It's honestly all I want is accountability. I don't even want an apology. I want an accountability. I want honesty.
Response to that was safeguard your children.
You didn't safeguard them though.
We'd all do it again.
Yeah.
And we'd do it for anyone's kids, not just yours. How is it malicious when people who don't know each other all phone social services? I didn't speak to anyone else. I spoke to one other person. I didn't speak to anyone else. I don't know how many reports they had, but that says more about you, doesn't it, than it does about us. Oh, first of all, you're welcome. Second of all, don't want your forgiveness, because as far as I'm concerned, none of us did anything we need your forgiveness for.
My children deserve accountability, not me. Not asked about myself. Don't care about me. My children deserve you to hold your hands up and own up to what you did. She was my friend. She was. And I can prove that since around October, November 2024 that you've been on my case. Waiting. Sitting there. Waiting. Didn't reach out to me. You knew I was spiralling, but you didn't reach out. Do you know, if I come across somebody on this app that I don't like anymore, don't get on with, and I saw them spiraling, do you know what I would do? I'd message them. It's what I did with Toxic Dan. It's not safeguarding them, not in my opinion. It's done out of malice. No, I don't forgive her. And I'm not interested in burying the hatchet with her. I've already spoken to another person who's been involved in the situation. Hiya, Sally, I hope you're okay. I've already spoken to another person who was involved in this situation, and I've apologised for blaming them for the email to the school because it wasn't their fault. Exactly. Eyes wide open. I've already spoken to somebody else because I previously thought it was somebody else because I didn't know at the time. And this person approached me and we had a conversation, and I've apologised for blaming them for the email to the school. Because quite clearly it's not them. They've got nothing to do with it. They've admitted what they've done. They've held their hands up. But this person has never held her hands up to anything, and the fact that she's going around instructing her community to look for people's children's schools, and she doesn't know if there's a PDF in her community. This was last year, but it's not recent. The reason why I'm bringing it up is because she's recently asked, hiya Jill, she's recently asked her community and admitted herself to go in to look on somebody's Facebook to look for somebody's child's location in school. How does she know? How do any of us know? Anybody coming into our lives could be a PDF, and you're instructing people to go and look on people's Facebooks for children's schools. We don't know that. Thank you, sweet Caroline. We don't know that. I'm not bothered about the trauma she's done to me. I'm more bothered about what she's done to my children. She's also, not only that, told another creator on this app that my children and my husband had left. That person then went around the app spreading that information. Safeguarding against me because apparently I'm a safeguarding risk to my children because I said something disgusting. Clearly I was acting like out of character and I was spiralling. I'm trying to keep my calm. No, their hands are not clean. I've not forgiven them. I've not apologised to that person for dragging them for spreading those lies, because at the end of the day, they're responsible. They are responsible for taking that information and spreading it across the app. So Jojo Misfits, I'm going to explain this, has recently sat there and told people to go and find a stranger's child's school on their Facebook, and has also admitted to looking at the person's Facebook as well. Now, the reason why I am bringing up what's happened with me and Jojo is because at the time that it happened with me, I haven't. I don't think there's any point really, to be honest, but I might think about doing it. The reason why I'm bringing this up now is because at the time this happened to me, I wasn't able to speak out because I'd said something disgusting and nobody was going to give me the time of day. You know what I mean? No one was giving me the time of day. Thank you. You were spiralling. Someone raised concern. How is that malicious? It's malicious because they contacted the school saying that I was teaching my children transphobia and homophobia. It's malicious because social services was contacted saying that I am selling Mex toys in front of my children. That's why it's malicious. What she does is worse. Yeah. I understand that she started out doing awareness. Jojo started out doing awareness. And she may have had clear, it's Jojo Misfit. She may have had clear, she wanted to have a good thing going. But now it's overstepped the line, completely overstepped the line. Just look at what she's doing to Elphaba. Look what she's done to the lady who was in Elphaba's box. There are many, 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 many other ways that awareness can be done without going to those lengths. Many other ways. Yeah, of course. That's up to you, but I feel like it's malicious. It's malicious, and I've never been able to speak out properly about it until now. And I don't want any hate for Jojo. I'm just going to say that again. I don't want any hate for Jojo. I don't want anyone to go and troll her. I don't want anyone to go and give her hate. You can have your opinion, but just be mindful of it. I don't want that. I don't want that for Jojo. I want accountability for what she's done to my children, who at that point, before they were dragged out of their class to be spoken to, they had no idea anything had happened on live. No idea I'd said anything. That seriously affected them, and it affected me. Exactly that's one of the good points, though. That's the good point. But sitting there telling people to go and look for children's schools. Have you got my children? Yes, they are in my care, but they are not in the home at the moment. That's another thing. That is another thing that has come from the misfits. That is another rumour that has come from the misfits. No, it's all right. So I didn't mean to snap, so I'm so sorry. Well, you not discuss. I've offered Jojo that chance, and she's not contacted me. Why on earth do you do this if it affects your children? It doesn't affect my children, though. That's the thing. It only affected them when people started acting malicious and doing things that they shouldn't have done. Where is the other video? Have I got any other videos of Jojo? Right, so we've got 4 more videos regarding Jojo, then we're going to move on. So, this delightful person spends her long and empty days recruiting various persons from different agencies to pursue her personal vendettas against other TikTokers.
But if you want to continue to come for me...
Exactly, Jen. Thank you, Stacey.
Why I do what I do.
I am pissed off.
When I tell you, I'm only saying what's on TikTok. I'm not saying what I know. But I will. You can throw whatever you like my way. I don't care.
I want accountability. Yes, please. Yes, please. Tag me in it. I want accountability. I'm not bothered about what you've done to me. I don't want an apology. I want accountability for what you've done to my children.
If I believe I'm doing the right thing for the right reasons, you won't stop me.
Is that
you could say
Alphabet?
What you like.
Hi, Alphabet. Are you okay?
Do what you like.
I'm not your biggest fan, but this woman is obsessed. Obsessed, by the way.
Fact that I am doing stuff, thank you, Becca, behind the scenes as well, because I do believe you mentioned that. I do stuff behind the scenes because I'm trying to do the right thing.
Well, you're not.
For the right reasons.
You're not.
I'm not like anyone you
I will do when I come on
here.
You're not doing them for the right thing. You might think in your warped mind, and I'm saying it's warped. Oh, is she on alive? And it's warped. I believe in your warped mind that you think you're doing the right thing. Oh, I need to play it now. Oh, okay. Can I just finish playing this video first and then I'll play it? You believe in your warped mind that you're doing the right thing, but you're not. You're not doing the right thing. You didn't do the right thing with me because if you were that concerned about the safeguarding of my child or my children, and you were concerned that I was spiralling, which anybody would have done if they'd gone through what I did in 2024. But if you were that concerned, you would not have reported them reported me to social services, and you would not have emailed my children's school. I wanted to do this off live, and I'm still willing to speak to her off live. I don't want any arguing. I want accountability for my children. That's it. Let me play this video, and then Candy Man, I'll have a little look at what you've sent me.
I don't do drama talk. I do facts.
Guys, can we just be kind to Alphabet in the chat? I know we're not the biggest fans of Alphabet, but we need to just, you know, activate our maturity.
Okay? But if you want to continue to come for me and question why I do what I do, believe me when I tell you, I'm only saying what's on TikTok. I'm not saying what I know.
That worries me. That concerns me. That really, 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 really concerns me. She's still human and got something in common with Scouse. Hey? Yeah, I've seen it. Right, let me just cover that up. Because I don't want to dox in, like, messages that I've had off people. Is that all right? Okay, that's fine. It won't let me thingy. It won't let... Oh, I've got thingy blocked. I've got V blocked. I've got A blocked. I've got A blocked. 1 second. Why have the green one in their chat? Because they are in my chat. As long as they behave in the live, then they're allowed to be in here. Here we go. Next. Is this the right video? Right, we've played that one. Next one.
I'm good.
Jojo Misfits explains the difference between awareness and bullying.
I'm going to tell you, Millie. Awareness crosses into harassment, right? When it's done with malicious intent. Okay.
Alphabet is a problem for a different day. Like a different time. At the minute, we're focusing on Jojo. Thank you.
Not done the correct way. When there is literally no safeguarding in place, right? It's also when you do it...
I don't know.
When you just, let's just say I was sitting here and I was calling Alphabet all the names under the sun, right? And having a go at the way they look, and the way they dress, and the way they carry themselves. That is harassment. I don't do that.
Right? I don't sugarcoat shit in here, Alphabet. If I think you're a problem, I'll tell you. You are a problem. Sorry.
I tell, in fact, I am good enough to give Alphabet heads up. That's what I do. I say, I know you're going to meet someone who's vulnerable off the app. I suggest you don't, because this is
why.
This is what I've done in order to prevent that.
Why are people getting that knee deep? I know what you're gonna do, and I've put things in place. If Alpha's in here, but they're allowed to be in here. They're allowed to be in here. If you don't like them, you don't like them. I'm not the biggest fan. But why would you go to those lengths? Alphabet's a different problem. So you want a wrong one in your chat? No, I don't want a wrong one in my chat. This has got nothing to do with Alphabet.
Right? So the person you're seeing at the moment in Alphabet, okay, that is somebody who's panicking.
I'm sorry, Rosin, but you don't tell me what to do.
Harassed. I don't know, right? Do I care? No. So awareness is saying to people, there is this person on the app and this is what they've done.
Yeah, they are a wrong one. Yeah, they are a wrong one. They are a wrong one. I've done many videos speaking about Alphabet. My chat is open for everybody.
Let me tell you what I can prove. Okay, so all of the stuff I know, I can't tell you because I can't prove it all. So I'm
Oh,
only
good.
telling
Thank
you
you,
what I
Kelly.
know.
How are you?
I'm
Hi,
going to
Kate.
tell you, Millie. Awareness crosses into harassment, right? When it's done with malicious intent.
So we've watched this, right? So the next video I'm going to play you is a person from Jojo's community saying that they're going to look for somebody's business. Yeah, they are. And at the minute we are talking about Jojo, we're not talking about Alphabet. And they're more than welcome to come in here. I have Sobriety Jack in my life at one point. I've had I have Talia, I have Rickster, I've had people in my life who I can't stand. And I am no way enabling Alphabet's behaviour.
Okay, when it's not done the correct way.
Right, we've done that one. Let me go on to the next one.
Can I just point...
So, this is somebody called Plug, okay? And they are talking about D6 Club. And basically they want to find their business.
Can I just point something out to you, D6 Club? You actually had a tagline on your account and it said creator of something. Creator of, I think it was a business related thing. I'll be able to find it. Won't be a problem.
No, you didn't.
Internet's forever. You know, digital footprints. We're not overstepping anything.
You are?
Anything. Because there is other people who are involved with the building he lives in, who have people living in the building who are vulnerable, by the way.
Okay.
Did you know that? It's a vulnerable person.
Yes, okay, so if it's vulnerable person's place, right, why are people trying to find the land registry? I understand that Alphabet may not necessarily deserve a place there. One, you shouldn't be looking for the land registry because there's vulnerable people there. Two, Alphabet still deserves to have somewhere to live. Three, you're overstepping the mark. Fact.
People who are vulnerable, you know, running from real domestic violence and other issues of which he's making their lives a living hell. But you want to go for it, go for it. As I said, come for me. I'm quite happy. But yeah, you changed it because you had some kinds of business attached to it. Won't take me long to find it. The D6 Club. You think you can hide on the internet? Does it say me background society as well? Does it not? Okay. Can I just point something out?
This. People in Jojo's community are actively trying to look for people's businesses because people are speaking out about Jojo. The misfit, well, some of the misfits, not all of them, because there are some decent people in that group. But some of the misfits are trying to look for people's businesses because they don't want them speaking out about Jojo. Do I need to say that again? I'm going to say that again. People within the misfits, some of them do not want awareness on Jojo, so they are threatening people who are doing awarenesses by threatening to find their businesses. Thank you guys for the heart me's. Thank you. All right, hon, no worries. And just for the record, I can't stand Alphabet, okay? They're allowed in this room because as long as they stay respectful, they're allowed in this room. Okay, prove that but I'm not bullying right now, I'm doing the FYP. If you're not happy about how I'm operating, then that's your business. Thank you for the gifts. Katie. Thank you guys, thank you so much. Gifting's not an obligation, but it is very much appreciated. shouldn't be welcoming a wrong one. I had Sobriety Jack in here. I've had Vixter. I've had Talia. I've had many creators in here. I've had Elusive Angie in my life before now. Do they not deserve a right to be able to go where they want? I know they've done wrong. Yeah. But this is not about Alphabet. Right, let's watch this video. Jojo wants an apology live from the anti-TikToker.
I wasn't going to address this person, so I'm not actually going to name them. But to the person that requires me
Hi, Lorna, are you okay?
prove or disprove something about the council, phone the police. Phone them. I think you should. Because the accusation you've made is, number one, untrue, two, defamatory, and I can't wait for when your viewers say to you, and what happened? Did she get into trouble? Is she going to court? Is there some sort of, what's happened? And you have to tell them absolutely nothing's happened because she's done absolutely nothing wrong.
You can have an opinion on Jojo, you can absolutely adore Jojo, but let's just keep in mind that no adult on this app should be looking for people's children's schools. And this is not the first time she's done it. She has. She has. Thank you, forever.
So, number one, don't owe you anything. Don't answer to you. Okay? Thank you.
And I don't answer to you. So the other day when you made that comment that didn't mention my name, but it was clearly aimed at me, telling me to stop talking about you, that was a threat, wasn't it? Thank you, Lorna. Thank you. That was a threat, wasn't it? Don't carry on talking, Scouse. You don't want to go there, Scouse. See, this is the thing. I am not... Thank you, Andy C. Thank you. I am not in the position I was last year. I'm not. And that's going to go against you. Because I am not going to sit quiet when you expect me to stay quiet when you've not taken accountability for what you've done. I'm not bothered, like I said before, I am not bothered about myself. I am bothered about my children. My children deserve you to hold yourself accountable. I don't need to name names of the person that was on that Facebook. But there was only one person. And I said the other day that that person looked on there, took the information of the school and either passed it on to you or Poker. But guess what? I've had a conversation with Poker because she reached out to me. It's not looking good.
Answer to you. Number two. Oh gosh.
Oh.
You've listened to a load of people.
I did at the time.
Who don't like you.
I did at the time. I went to the police and they couldn't do anything because the identity, they couldn't do anything. That's the thing. I had one phone call to social services, I had one phone call off to social services and then I didn't receive anything else off them. I had one email to the school. I won't be able to ever find out for definite who was behind that email, but all of the details, all of the other bits of evidence, for example, what was said on the email and the fact that nobody knew my child's school, apart from, or could find out my children's school, apart from this one person who was connected to the Misfits. I'm not bothered about myself. I am bothered about my children because they did not know anything about this until they were dragged out of their lessons and spoken to. You have single-handedly traumatised my children. I have taken responsibility for what I said. I took responsibility. You've never taken accountability for what you've done. And as much as I can't stand poker bitch, at least she's been honest with me.
That's your first mistake. Okay? And you've taken everything they've said, thank you, as gospel. That's a rookie error in the awareness community, by the way. And for you and your lovely other half,
my children didn't deserve that.
And tell me what I need to be doing in order to prevent an investigation.
There's a lot of people in here right now who will tell you, if I'd have spoken up at the time this happened, I wouldn't have been listened to. There's a lot of people in this live who will tell you that. I wouldn't have been listened to. If I'd spoken out at the time regarding this, I wouldn't have been listened to.
Do what you got to do. Thank you, Sally. Do what you've got to do. And then when the outcome of the investigation...
I don't even know who you are, Bugsy21, but do you want to come in the box and tell me about myself? You're more than welcome to come in the box. Probably a fake account. Probably one of the misfits watching. Yeah.
I have done nothing wrong. I think I'll like your apology on a live, please. I'll get someone to screen record it.
No, I'm not Tanya. No offence, but no.
I won't come in the room. I won't do that.
I offered,
but I would like it on a live.
I offered this woman to do it off the app, and she's not. No, you won't be muted, hon. Not you, sweetheart. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for that, D6 Club. Thank you. Very much appreciated. I forgot what I was saying now.
Especially as you made the accusations on a live. How's that? So you do what you feel you morally have to do.
Hi, are you okay if I did that? Can I mod you up?
My devices in. Not a problem. Because I operate within the law. Okay? Not to mention the fact, if what you're saying was true...
Can you say for definite, my... Oh, I can't mod you up on that account. Sorry, I've got too many.
Really simple. So, you do what you need to do, and I'll take my apology in the form of a live stream.
No.
Okay? Deal?
I've done nothing wrong to you. And neither's... I don't think the anti-TikTok has done anything wrong either. At all. So I'm going to play this video again just for the benefit of the people who have just come in. Now, to clarify,
I want you to...
This is a video from May 2025 where Jojo admits that she's called social services on me. Let me see. Who is it? Yes. Let me put them in the box. Hello.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Hiya, I'm just wondering, right? You know the way you said it wasn't a hate live?
Yes.
How come Jojo's getting a lot of hate in the live?
Well, she shouldn't be getting hate. People need to stop. Because it's not a hate live.
Like the hate that's going on in this app, somebody is going to do serious damage to themselves.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah?
I don't want that for anybody, right?
No, none of us do.
What about the damage that was done to me and other people at the hands of these people?
But should it not be taken off the app and then...
I've tried. I've offered the person. I've offered Jojo. I said this morning, if you are more than welcome to sort it out off the app. But she hasn't contacted me. She's got my number. She's not blocked.
But maybe she knew that this was going to happen. all over the app. It's happening too much on this app. Like, there is real people out there, right, that suffer with mental health.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know, and it will play on their heads. It's okay when people are on the app, okay? But when people go off the app and they're living back in the real world, that's when a closed door, that's when it affects people.
I know, I understand that. I get that. I've been there. I've been there myself.
Okay, no problem.
All right, no worries. Thank you for coming in the box, though. I don't want anyone to hate anybody. That's not what this is about. This is me looking for accountability for my
Sandra,
children.
just before you go, lovely.
Yeah,
Right, can I ask you a question?
you can.
Right, so if you are passing concern towards the hate that is allegedly being carried in this live towards Jojo, okay? What about the hate that she's putting out towards Elphaba? What about the hate that she did to Scouse Slayer involving an outside source with fabricated allegations in regards to safeguarding her children, which didn't need safeguarding? So what about their mental health? What about the stuff that Jojo's done to them?
No.
And again, this isn't me hating on you. It's just a general question of how can somebody sit and try and defend the actions of this Jojo when, you know what, she's just as bad as everybody else. And the moral to the story is if she can't stand the heat and she's going to start crying mental health, then do you know what? Girl needs to step out the kitchen and keep her mouth closed. Simple as that, girl. And again, I'm not having a go at you. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, darling.
No, I know you're not, but I'm just saying, like, in general, right? I don't go into do lives, okay? But you can see how many people's mental health, Now, I'm not just saying Jojo, I'm not, it's so many people on this app.
Yeah,
I'm just saying people need to start kind of realising there's more to this app than, arguing and fighting and dragging people across the app. If people are treating people like that, leave them. Go away. You know what I mean? You don't need people like that in your life. Like, in the real world, if we're outside and somebody says something like that to us, it's a completely different story. But we can knock these people
I totally agree, Sandra, but the thing with it is some of these individuals on social media platforms, they have what I would resemble as a lockjaw. When they take hold of somebody who I would class as vulnerable and who many, many others would class as vulnerable, when they've taken hold of that person, the only way they're going to stop is when they're on their knees. So I don't see it where, you're going to get hateful comments within, but I've been sat here silent watching, which I do quite often with Scouse. I'm always in her lives and things like that. And she does, so do her mods, try and control it to the best of their abilities. But, there's just short of 500 people in here. The chat's going to move at different speeds through different areas. Okay, when people see a comment, they're going to jump on it. When people see something that they don't agree with, they're going to jump on it. But when it all boils down to it is, there's a lot of things being said about Jojo Misfits. But if you sit down and reevaluate the whole situation as an entirety, she's escalated it.
Yeah.
Look at the people she's going at. Look at the things she's done. When is it wrong to start clapping back? When is it wrong to start defending yourself from hated patterned behaviour on a social media platform?
Oh, of course. Everybody has the right to stand up for themselves. And I do agree with you. There is a lot of hatred going on the app.
I totally agree with you, Sandra. There is, and a lot of it isn't necessary. A lot of it isn't needed. And there may be people sat in this live now thinking, oh, Cam, you're a hypocrite. Yeah, I was a bad person 12 months ago.
But
I wasn't a person
change.
I was proud of. I used to sit and do exactly the same thing. But you know what? I've learned my lesson. I've become a better person because I understand what it does to people. And the sooner other people understand what, social media attacks do to people. Let's take Caroline Flack, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to stop as an entirety. not because somebody has a bigger platform than somebody else, not because someone's gifted more than this person. It needs to stop, full stop. End of story.
100%. Yeah.
Am I alright just to drop you two from the box, because I want to show this video to...
Yeah, sorry
it's
for
alright,
overtaking your live, Scouse.
No, it's just, I don't want that person to disappear, because I want them to see, because they think it's a lie that Jojo's not reported me to social services.
Sorry, love, for overtaking your platform and stuff, but I just wanted to put my little opinion in.
No, I do.
You know what I'm like with my mouth when I start with
I know. I do appreciate you, though.
You could turn your life around.
No worries. And
all right, speak to you later.
See you later. Okay. Thank you, Pam. Thank you. Sorry. There we go. Right. So, where is that person? Are they still in this room? Yeah, they do. I need to make sure, because there's a couple of people in here that are saying that they've never that Jojo's never contacted social services. This video is going to prove different. Where's the name of that person? I just want you to know and see it with your own eyes and your ears. Lid2 Sophie, you need to listen to this video and you need to see it and hear it with your own ears. Okay? So for context, this was from May 2025. This was 4 months after the situation, and she admitted that she's called social services, but she's not admitted everything.
Look after your kids. I want you to protect your kids. The fact that there's been no further action doesn't mean what you think it means. It means that they're going to not take any action, but I tell you what, Scouse, you do anything again, and I promise you they will, because you're on their radar now. So instead of saying, I want to thank those people who safeguarded my children at a time when I was spiralling, your words, no. Response to that was safeguard your children. And you know what? We'd all do it again. And we'd do it for anyone's kids.
Hiya, Ben. Yours. Get yourself a pin, me.
How is it malicious when people who don't know each other all phone social services?
Exactly. What led up to it, I said something horrific on a live stream. My children were heard in the background, but they were not in the room with me. They were downstairs. They weren't aware of the situation until the school pulled them out of the lessons to speak to them. Can everyone please follow Just Ben 10 FYP? They're an FYP clip page, and without them, we wouldn't be able to do this. Now, I'm saying this, right? Exactly what Forever's just said. The children's father were with the children downstairs, okay? I wasn't able. So was there a concern for your safety? No. They weren't concerned about my safety at all. I was spiralling. Would the school have called them? No. There was an email sent to the school.
I didn't speak to anyone else. I spoke to one other person. I didn't speak to anyone else. I don't know how many reports
I've held my hands up. I've held my hands up. I've said I shouldn't have said what I said. I've explained the situation time and time again. Yet the email was from somebody, Jojo or somebody within the Misfits, saying that I am teaching my children how to be transphobic and homophobic, amongst other things, because of this pit. Yeah, I was in a really bad place. I'd had shit going on in all of 2024, and my mental health had spiraled. That's not an excuse, and it's not any reason. But I could not speak. Like, Ben will confirm this, like, right now, because Ben's one of the people who's had me back. I could not speak out on this on the time, because if I had spoken out on it, nobody would have listened to me. Nobody would have believed me. It would have gone on to deaf ears. And the reason why I'm bringing it up now is because she's doing it again. She's doing it again. She's telling people to go and look for children's schools. She doesn't know if there's PDFs in her chat. And she's telling people to go and look for kids' schools on Facebook. So that's the reason why I'm bringing it up now. Because that's not the worst thing she's done. And she's never taken accountability for it. I don't want accountability for myself. I want accountability for my children. I don't want an apology. I'm not asked about myself. I'm asked about my kids. My kids did not know what was going on about any of this until they were pulled out of They were pulled out of a lesson to be spoken to. They were unaware. They were innocent. They were playing. They were shouting. We're in a new build house. It's Jojo, though. Please, like, I'm not going to go at people who are defending Jojo. You can defend Jojo. That's absolutely fine. I don't want any hate to Jojo. Do you really think that she wouldn't be aware? The one person that had access to my Facebook to get that information was a moderator of Jojo. I don't. I want the truth. I want accountability for my children. That is all I want. I offered her to do it off the app. She's had all day to contact me. She's not blocked. And she's chosen because she will have been screen recorded that video and shown it. And she's chosen to not do this off the app. What type of a person would I be if I knew what she's done to me and I just ignore what she's doing right now, telling people to go to children's schools? What kind of person would I be? If I know this woman, what this woman's capable of, right? If I know what this woman's capable of, I know the length she goes to, right? If I just sat back and ignored what she's doing, that would make me culpable. This needs to be spoken on. And I couldn't speak out on it at the time. Because I tell you now, I wouldn't have been listened to. Right, I'll play this video again and then we'll move on.
I want you to look after your kids. I want you to protect your kids.
Is somebody asking about my kids? Janie G, let me see your comment, my darling. Your children are paying the price for you being on TikTok. That should be enough to drop the app. They're not, though. They're not paying the price. They don't know anything that goes on TikTok. Only when people like this decide to call social services and email schools.
I want you to look after your kids. I want you to protect your kids. The fact that there's been no further action doesn't mean what you think it means. It means that they're going to not take any action.
One call. I've had one phone call off social services and that was it. I've had a couple of meetings with school. Majority of that was because of my mental health. For safeguarding.
But I tell you what, Scouse, you do anything again, and I promise you they will. Because you're on their radar now. So...
From me, apparently, because of what I said in January.
Instead of saying, I want to thank those people who safeguarded my children at a time when I was spiralling, your words...
I was spiralling. Yeah, I was. Just to clarify as well, this video is from May 2025. This was 3 months after the whole social services email to the school has happened. Exactly.
Response to that was safeguard your children. And you know what? We'd all do it again. And we'd do it for anyone's kids, not just yours.
Plus, I had a lot of stuff going on in my life with Forever Journey.
When people...
I had a lot of stuff going on in my life as well. I had a lot of, like, in 2024, like, it was awful. And then I had all of this. No, she's not my mother. My mum's, like, bless her. My mum's long off this earth. I said something while I was spiralling in my mental health that I shouldn't have done, and that's what triggered it to call social services and email the school. And again, I can't clarify for definite that it was Jojo, but all of the pieces of evidence, which my moderator can confirm, all of the pieces of evidence that have happened leading up to this point to Jojo. The only person that was on my Facebook that could access that information to pass it on, to send that email, was one of her moderators. And I couldn't have spoke out at the time. I couldn't speak out at the time. I've offered her that chance and she's not took it. I've actually spoken to somebody else. In this that was really involved in this situation. I've spoken to them yesterday. Somebody who was told by Jojo or one of her moderators that my family were no longer in this home. That person then, went and spread that around the app. I haven't, apologised to them for that. I haven't apologised for dragging them for that. What I did apologise for was blaming them for the email to the school, because it's clear to me that it was Jojo or somebody involved with Jojo. And I felt in my heart of hearts, even though my closest friends were telling me I don't need to apologise to that person, I apologised for blaming them for that email. Right, so I'm going to move on from Jojo now, because I feel like we've spoken enough. I do as well. I do. I was going for a really, 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 really bad time. I don't want an apology, to be fair. I just wanted to take accountability. Right, let's play some light-hearted stuff now. So this is Finished Painting the Stairs by Kev. The person who had access to my Facebook that would scroll through my pictures to find a picture of my child in their uniform, which again is my fault for posting it, and I don't post any photos of my children anymore anyway. But the only person who from her, who was friends on my Facebook, that could have scrolled down and got that information was one of her moderators. Oh, bless you. Oh my God. That carpet, look at the carpet. Do you just want to see that?
Fucking hell.
Oi, lovely, are you okay? Look at that carpet.
I'm celebrating
your birthday.
No, I'm celebrating 16,000 followers.
Thank you for the heart.
I'm celebrating 16,000 followers.
16,000 followers.
I'm celebrating my followers tonight.
Kick. Let's go.
It is toxic. This is. I don't know how they're going to plan to fix this, whether they're getting new flooring. I would be fuming if that was me. Do you just want to see the interview? Because I'm in two minds of playing it, because I know it's an old clip. I don't want to look like I am being horrible or anything like that. Hang on a sec. Let me do a quick poll. Let's do a poll. Let's do a quick poll. Do you want to see the ITV News interview of Jojo? Smiley face, yes. Sad face, no. And again, I don't want any hate. Why was the school emailed? They were emailed out of malice. They said that I was teaching my children how to be homophobic and how to be transphobic. That I was displaying these behaviours in front of them, that I was teaching them, and I was exposing them to things that they shouldn't be exposed to. And of course, obviously, the school are not going to be able to show me the email because of confidentiality. Even if I requested a SARS, they wouldn't be able to do. We wouldn't be able to do that. I just want accountability for my children's sake. I'm not bothered about myself. Thank you, Lynn, for the heart me. I'm not bothered about myself. I'm not bothered what they've done to me. Want accountability for my children. If she's not going to do it, which I doubt she's going to do it, or she's going to deflect and say that she did the right thing, which she normally does, then she quite clearly doesn't realise how bad her behaviour's got. Right, people do want to see that video. Have I got that video in question? I don't know if I saved it or not. One sec. Exactly, thank you, Jella. Thank you for confirming that. I appreciate that. Right. Right, I haven't got it. But bear with me. So no, Sophie Bailey played it, didn't she? Thank you. Thank you. And this happened last year, in January last year, and I wasn't able to speak out about it because of the place I was in. I wouldn't have been listened to. That wouldn't have been listened to. And can I just clarify as well that I don't want any hate. I know she does. I know, and I'm not Sophie Bailey's biggest fan. I don't like Sophie Bailey because of personal reasons. Let me see. I know what Sophie Bailey can do. I know what she's capable of, so... Yes, we don't want the hate. We just want honest opinions. We want, awarenesses to be done properly and not like where you are stepping over the line when you shouldn't be. So I'm not going to comment on appearances. I'm not going to comment on anything like that because I don't do shit like that. We're just going to watch this video. This is the interview. People wanted to see it. If you're going to make comments about people's opinions, please don't, because you'll be muted. We don't need that. And to clarify, this was a few years ago.
Weather just brings more decisions about what this family can afford to switch on and what will have to stay off.
Because it's quite clearly a difficult situation. This is quite clearly a difficult situation that they've gone through.
I will go and sit on a chair in the kitchen and put the oven on.
Makes me
Joe
sad.
has chronic arthritis.
Makes me sad.
And when winter sets in, it gets worse.
Cold hurts, and sitting in front of the oven hurts. The lesser of two evils, though.
Sorry, how many bottles of Dr. Beckman carpet cleaner has she got? It's like she's doing a brand deal for them.
Sad,
I'll promote your products on ITV News.
Joe can't work and relies on disability payments known as PIP, but says these days it's barely enough to cover the basics.
£45.
It's sad. Nobody should have to live.
I used to pay that.
Nobody should have to live. And we've already spoken about taking donations to give out to people. We've already covered that, and I will show you the video again in a minute. I won't read it out again. This, oh God. I think it's at least 4 years old. I think so. At least 4 years old, and it's been brought to the app.
6. There's going to be a point where I can't afford milk. If it keeps going
Sad.
up.
Yeah, and eggs are becoming a luxury. So since March,
Thank
my
you.
food bill's
D6
gone up by at least £50 a month.
It's the sat in front
My
of the oven.
gas and electric has come down by £60 per month.
Look at nails.
But I haven't had the gas on since March.
And in the house in Stoke, she shares with her husband, who's also...
I'm just going to clarify, she no longer lives in that area. So we're not doxing information. She does not live in that area anymore. I'm not saying where she lives, but she does not live in that area anymore.
her full-time carer. That is how it will stay for now.
I will last as long as I possibly can, because if I put the heating on, I'll go into debt straight away.
Do you feel as though the government cares about people in your position?
I don't think they give people in my position a second thought.
Yeah, this is the
quite
woman that
sad.
stalks Alphabet.
Some people say people in benefits get all this money. I wish we did. I really do, but we don't. And what we get is not enough to live on.
Look at the hair all over the window.
Benefits will be taken away.
The hairy
Taken
window.
away or cut, or they're going to try and say to me that I need to look for work. I am barely existing now. If you take money off me, you'll kill me.
It's horrible. It's horrible. I don't wish that on anybody. Like, do you know what I mean? To have to, you know, either heat your home or or it's either eating or heating your home, innit? It's the cost of living crisis. Nobody deserves to have to live through that, and you know, we all deserve to have a comfortable life. Do you know what I mean? It's not nice.
So just let that sink in, right? This was nearly 3 years ago, so you know her circumstances could have changed financially or whatever. But this is the woman that criticises everybody else on their life choices. Was at a position in her life 3 years ago where she was saying she was barely existing and all this, she's not living.
Hello,
yet she's trying to make other people live in that kind of circumstances as well and feel the same way. And that's what I just don't agree with, because practice what you preach. You wanted the whole of the country to feel sorry for you and felt like it was necessary for you to go on ITV News with your compo face for sympathy. But God forbid anyone tries to show anybody else some sort of empathy when they're going through something, because you're stalking them.
And let's not forget, Alphabet, as much as they are a problem, they are still 21 years old. How old's Jojo? 54.
So
I don't like Sophie, but I agree with her.
There you go, that's Jojo Misfits on ITV News a few years ago, doing a brand deal for Dr. Beckman carpet cleaning solution, alongside moaning about the cost of eggs.
Yeah. Like, I think, for me, the main thing is advocating for mental health, but you're actively doing things to affect somebody's mental health. Alphabet is problematic. Alphabet has done and said things that are absolutely disgusting and deplorable. But if you're going to be somebody who advocates for mental health, or if you care about people's mental health, do you know what I mean? That's a good question, actually. Has anybody changed their opinion after watching all of this that I've just shown? All of the videos. Have you changed your opinion on Jojo? Smiley face, yes. Sad face, no. If you just vote whichever way you want, it doesn't matter. Like, has your opinion changed after seeing all of this? Smiley face, yes. Sad face, no.
The video's at the top, it looks like a picture, but if you click on it, it's a video. And it's 3 minutes in, her part. Didn't take too long to find
Is the
her.
Observer in here? Because I've put a comment on your YouTube video.
She's too busy buying domains, buying trademarks, buying everything she can.
Not because, no, of course not. No, of course not. Not because of the ITV programme. Let's take that out of it. Just focus on the stuff that we've covered.
Apparently, so God knows where she's getting that money from. Now we know that she's on PIP. And no, it said her husband, who is her full-time carer, she told the whole app her husband's a policeman. Didn't she? That's how she knew the law so well, because her husband's a policeman. You chat shit. Your husband's your full-time carer. What are you lying for?
Weather just brings more decisions.
I don't know about that. I can't recall that. I don't remember that. But I used to have a lot of respect for Jojo. I really, really did. But that's all gone out the window now. I will never respect a woman who thinks it's acceptable to tell strangers to go look for people's children's schools. And, you know, karma has a very funny way of working. And like I said, I didn't have the chance. Thank you, all the drama. Thank you for those. I didn't have the chance to speak out when this happened properly, because when I did, I was shot down and I wasn't listened to properly. I wouldn't have been listened to properly because of what had happened in January. And that is the only reason why I'm bringing it all up now, is because of what she's been doing recently. And it tracks. Not all of it, no. What she did to me was last year. What she's done recently to somebody, telling some people to go and find the children's school and doing it herself. That was like this week. And there's not just me. I was a friend at one point, yeah. We all fell out. So I can't even remember why we all fell out, to be honest. But we all fell out. I think it was to do with Gracie or something like that. I can't remember. But they all started stepping away from me. I know safeguarding needs a location, but it's not safeguarding when there's no safeguarding to be had. Was the child alone in the box with Alphabet? No. Was the child talking to Alphabet off the app? No. Should the child have been in the box with the mum? No. But that's not a safeguarding issue. Right. What am I going to play now? I feel like we need something lighter. And like I said, I don't want any hate for anybody. There it is. Was ringing social services safeguarding? No. Nope. They caused more damage than good. Thank you, Nesquik Queen. I hope you're okay. Right, just before we move on, Bad Lies there 5 hours ago has posted this video regarding if people get monetary, like have monetary gain or gifts, and they intend to, I hope you're okay, lovely. They intend to pass that on to people to help people what they've got to do legally. They have to make sure, like, there's different things that they have to make sure that they're doing legally. Thank you, guys. I can't see the likes. But yeah, Bad Lies has done that video, so if you all want to have a look at that. She's done it before, Ruby. She's tried to blackmail me before, but the difference is now I'm not going to listen to a word that she's saying. Right. Brett. Let's play Brett. Lots of love, hon. Thank you for coming in. Let's play Brett. So apparently ambulances have been called to Brett.
Last night, I was in a bit of pain. Okay.
He's not well, this man.
But I am fine. I am good.
Thank you, S. Louise FYP.
Normal. Okay?
You don't look ill.
Pain. Just normal. Anyway, what I don't need someone to call up the ambulance 7 times, wasting the ambulance
again
time
now.
of calling me 7 times.
Thank you, Shani. Thank you.
For like a little bit of belly pain. I'm a full-grown adult. I can look after myself. If I have a little bit of pain, yeah, I'll go get it checked out myself.
Thank you.
I don't need someone to call the ambulance 7 times. Thank you. Have a great day.
I don't understand where he's coming from. Just don't waste emergency services, guys, okay? Quite clearly, he didn't need an ambulance. If he did need an ambulance, I think he's quite capable of calling one himself. It's not like he passed out on a live stream and he needed help. If he had passed out, then not eating for 3 weeks, yeah. I have got nothing but concern for Brett at the minute. Nothing but concern. I'm okay, thank you, love or hate me. I hope you're okay. I wish him nothing but the best, and I hope that eventually he can, get himself in a better place. But I don't think he's a bad person. Yeah, I get you there, Susan. I get you there. He's quite clearly not in a really good frame of mind. I mean, who are we to judge? We've you know what I mean? Who put your hands up if you've got if you have issues like that? I do. I've never hidden the fact. I've got major issues. I don't know. No, when someone is going through something like that, the only time that they will be able to act is when they're ready to. You can't force anybody to act, unfortunately. As much as we may have, well means and stuff like that. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you.